Okay, here we go. Chapter 3. The investigation begins. The next day, the sun was shining brightly. Maya and Jerry each packed a bag containing their detective kits and took the bus to Church Street. They got off in front of the hotel, just down the road from Mohammed Carrot's famous jewelry store between the cafe and the post office. Jerry and Maya walked to the old church so they could get a look at the store from across the street. The store was at street level, and Mr. Carrot owned the 2 floors above it. So, there's a diamond thief in there somewhere, said Jerry. Are you scared? Oh, come on, let's get started, scoffed Maya, dragging Jerry towards the store. They crossed the street and opened the front door. A bell chimed as they went in. Maya looked around carefully. An elderly assistant asked if she could help them. When Maya asked to speak to the owner, the assistant led the 2 detectives to an office at the back of the store. The assistant knocked on the door to the office. Come in, they heard Mohammed Carrot call. Maya opens the door, and Mohammed Carrot stood up from behind his desk. He walked toward them with his arms outstretched. I'm so glad to see you, he cried. And then he lowered his voice and whispered, another diamond disappeared yesterday. That's the 6th. I can't understand how they do it. I need your help more than ever. Jerry noticed the elderly woman lingering in the doorway. She seemed to be listening curiously. You may go back to the front, Vivian, said Mohammed Carrot, shutting the door behind her. Okay, let's get started, said Jerry, as they settled down on a big brown sofa. Could you tell us about the people who work here and what a typical day in the store is like? Mohammed Carrot took out his handkerchief and blew his nose loudly. He walked to his desk, opened one of the drawers, and took out a few photos. The store opens at 10 a.m. and closes at 6 p.m. At some point during that time, a diamond disappears. The whole thing is impossible to explain. I'm going mad, he yelled. Mr. Carrot, please, try to calm down, said Maya. Excuse me, Mr. Carrot said as he collected himself. Other than myself, there are 3 people who work here. Mohammed Carrot passed one of the photos to Jerry and Maya. Vivian Leander, the store assistant, you've already met her. She's the one who showed you to my office. Vivian works in the front of the store and helps the customers. She's been with the business for many years and has always done an excellent job. But she ran into some trouble last year. Her house burned down, and I believe the insurance company is refusing to pay her any money, explained Mohammed Carrot. Apparently, Vivian was behind on home insurance payments, so now she's short on cash. Just last week, she came into my office and asked for a raise. I would be happy to help her, but as I'm sure you can understand, there's no way I can afford a raise now. Jerry scratched his nose with his pen and made a note in his notebook. Suspect's motive, Vivian Leander needs money. Mohammed Carrot passed them another photo. Danny Braveheart works on the 2nd floor just above the store, he continued. He cleans and polishes the jewelry before it's sold, and to be honest, Danny is a little bit grumpy for my taste, but he's always on time and he keeps things in order. He's a trustworthy employee. Danny's dad actually owned this store years and years ago, Mohammed Carrot went on, but he had financial problems and had to sell it. That's when I bought the store. Otherwise, Danny would be the boss here today. Jerry didn't have to scratch his nose this time. He simply wrote, suspect's motive, Danny Braveheart wants to take over the store. Oh, these illustrations. Mohammed Carrot passed Jerry and Maya the 3rd and final photo. Luke Smith works on the top floor of the building. He cuts diamonds and sends them into elegant rings and necklaces. Luke hasn't worked here very long, but he's careful and very good at his job. He works in the jewelry business he's worked in the jewelry business for many years, and his previous employers, were very pleased with him. Luke likes nice clothes and fast sports cars. He bought a new car just last week, actually. Mohammed Carrot laughed. You should have seen Danny Braveheart's face when Luke showed off his new car. Danny looked at that car with disgust, and then at Luke with loathing. 380 horsepower, Luke had bragged and patted the hood, to which Danny had replied, yeah, we only need 1 horsepower if you choose the right one. He stormed off. None of us, Vivian, Luke, nor I, understood what he meant, continued Mohammed Carrot. Danny was definitely in one of his grumpy moods, but like I said, Luke Smith's a nice guy. He's into fitness. He's always going for a jog and carrying around an apple to snack on. Jerry wrote in his notebook, Luke Smith has plenty of money. Where does it come from? All right, then. I think that's all you need to know, said Mohammed Carrot as he sprang up from the sofa. Now I'll introduce you to the staff. Oh, and that's it. Oh, the plot thickens. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day.